Hey everybody, Rick's here, back again for Secret Sunday episode 6. Today we have Overcharge. Now I know that may seem like a weird name for an excavator. And it is, to a degree. But this is actually an alternate build of a small side build from an old Technic set I had, and I turned it into a transform. It does keep the primary function, being turning this little knob here will raise and lower the bucket. You can kind of see it moving on camera. Not the greatest. Also see this little assembly wiggling. We'll get to that. But yeah, so the bucket does articulate. Let me just bring this back up. For low reasons, Overcharge is a seeker who mostly just keeps to himself. He doesn't really do much. But he can rotate, though the peg on this is a bit stiff. The treads do roll, and the little bucket pieces on the front can move up a bit. Oh yeah, and then the bucket itself is a ratchet joint and can move up like that. Yeah, similar to Guardian, I'm starting in alt mode because his robot mode I think is just really interesting. Plus, he was one of the first Transformers I ever made. So I'm really excited to share this with you all. Yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on transformation. To start with, coming to the bottom, this little blue peg. This is gonna be difficult. What you want to do is push it. You can unfold the treads, I find, and then it. Okay, we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. As I mentioned earlier, the peg is very stiff. Wow, that's way too stiff. Okay. Excuse me for that, just had to replace it real quick. But yeah, now he should look like this. It's a subtle difference, but that's important. Actually, I need to turn him this way. And this cab, the treads, this, gonna fold like that. Then the treads will fold down all the way around. That will go like that. And the buckets actually form his heels, as you can see. Now he's an asymmetrical bot. For the arms, you're going to start by pulling that out. Push that pin back in. Flipping this section up. And we're going to come back to this section. I like to push this piece down. It's not necessary. Just like this next step, or if I can pull out this pin, this black pin here, this seat can flip up and form some kibble. And the last step, I come to this gray pin and unscrew it. That'll let that flop. You then just plug it back in. And there's Overcharge in his robot mode. Yeah, like I said, he does look very strange. The original version did not have the bucket heels, so he could not stand. I'm glad I was able to fix that. His articulation is not the greatest, I'll admit. So he's got nothing at the head except for a slight spin, but that's not really necessary. As you can see, this can move around, and you got this that can swing forward. You can alternatively leave this pin up and get a wider range. I just like it down because he also has the rest of the bucket's articulation. And his cannon arm can just move up and down. This is flopping. Legs can go forward a little bit and backwards a little bit because they bump into everything else. Also, apparently, this leg just. Hold on, I just realized something. I'm gonna have to fix that later. But the peg on from this perspective, it'd be his right leg, is causing it is bumping into the torso section. Yeah, the legs are supposed to get that full range of motion. And the heels can move a little bit, though it does stress the chain. Yeah, another short one, but I'm leading up to the final episode of Secret Sunday. And real quick, totally random, I know, but I could really use your help. I mentioned in a short after the Deathsaurus video that I would be doing a live stream. Unfortunately, did not realize that I needed to have at least 50 subscribers. So if you would do me a huge favor and just get us there, I will live stream and we can just chat with each other. We can just chat, or chat will be up for one. And hopefully I can improve my content for you all. With that note, I will see you in the final episode of Secret Sunday. See you later.